Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. It is good to see you. Yesterday was day one of Tesla's India debut. Today is day two, and the opposition is driving this very Tesla to run down the BJP government both at the center and the state of Maharashtra. Because the state of Maharashtra is where the first Tesla showroom has opened doors yesterday. Now, what ignited the politics, ladies and gentlemen, was this Tesla experience video posted by the Chief Minister of Maharashtra, Devendra Fadnavis. At the inauguration of the showroom, he took to the wheels and rammed straight into a political war of words. Priyanka Chaturvedi, an MP from the Uddhav Sena, fired first. She posted, and I quote, "For Maharashtra's Chief Minister to inaugurate a car showroom/dealer store makes it more cringe. What are we celebrating? Entry of a glorified, highly taxed EV vehicle that is made in China? How is this contributing to India's innovation industry? The white man's complex," she says, "is very real." Priyanka Chaturvedi will be joining us in just a bit. The second shot was fired by the TMC. Its spokesperson said, and I quote, "Tax terrorism by the BJP. Tesla has launched the Model Y in India at a price of 60 to 68 lakh rupees. This model gets sold for 32 lakh rupees in the US, and you'll be paying a tax of 29 lakh rupees to the government of India when you purchase this vehicle." He goes on to say this is one prime example of how the BJP is looting India in the name of tax. Now, ladies and gentlemen, on facts, the opposition is not wrong. The Y model that has been launched by Tesla in India is 100% made in China and has been imported from there. The fact also is that there is a 70% to 100% tax on all imported EVs, and then they have to pay a 28% GST on that as well. So a car that will cost 36.5 lakh rupees in the US will cost 60 lakh rupees in India. Fact also is that Tesla's India entry is coming at a time when its sales have dropped across the world, especially in China. In fact, in China, local EV manufacturers like BYD are now outselling Tesla. The opposition is saying, while you celebrate, and they are asking the government this, while you celebrate Make in China, what about Make in India? They want to know the opening of a Tesla showroom and how it will drive innovation or rev up India's manufacturing or generate jobs. They want to know why, despite Prime Minister Modi meeting Elon Musk in the US, Tesla decided against manufacturing in India. But here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen. While Priyanka Chaturvedi questions why Tesla is being celebrated in India, her own leader, in a way, took credit for its India debut, saying that had taxes not come in the way, their government would have got Tesla to India in 2021. Listen in.
अरे बाबा, एक गाड़ी की कंपनी की शोरूम है, अच्छी बात है कि एक इलेक्ट्रिक कार की शोरूम आ रही है। और अगर केंद्र सरकार, अगर आपको याद होगा, कस्टम्स ड्यूटी और इस पे अगर बहस नहीं करती तो 2021 में ही आती है टेस्ला की शोरूम।
Now, Maharashtra's Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis has countered the criticism, saying that the showroom is just a start and that as and when Tesla decides to manufacture in India, he hopes it will be in Maharashtra.
मैन्युफैक्चरिंग में महाराष्ट्र लीडर बन चुका है। हमारी जो चार्जिंग इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर की पॉलिसीज है, हमारी जो टैक्सेस की पॉलिसीज है, और हम लोग महाराष्ट्र में जो मैन्युफैक्चरिंग का इंसेंटिव दे रहे हैं, ये सारी चीजें ग्लोबल प्लेयर्स को अट्रैक्ट कर रही है। और मुझे विश्वास है कि आने वाले दिनों में टेस्ला की पूरी इकोसिस्टम ये हमको भारत में और विशेष रूप से महाराष्ट्र में देखने को मिलेगी।
Now, Mr. Elon Musk hasn't showed up in India, but his car has certainly electrified India's politics. Question is this hit and run politics by the opposition, or is it a straight drive that leads us to asking some important questions about Tesla, made in India and made in China? Priyanka Chaturvedi, as I promised, joining me on the show. Priyanka, thank you very much for your time. What exactly are you upset with? Are you upset with Tesla coming to India or Mr. Devendra Fadnavis going to inaugurate its showroom?
Why should I be upset with Tesla? The more the merrier for the people of this country, but at reasonable prices. When a Tesla is available at half the cost worldwide, for Indians to pay a lot more is a bit unfortunate. What I also find problematic is how, Tesla continued to stay away from India just because we were not giving them the customs duty that import duty that they were seeking. Despite making changes in that and hoping that they would make in India, instead of making in India, they are bringing in a fully imported car made in China to India at high cost for people of India. What I have a problem with, Tesla, is the showroom that the chief minister inaugurated yesterday is just a dealer store where people will come and they will test drive this Tesla. They will probably, if they wish to buy it, if they have pockets deep enough to buy the Tesla, they will buy the Tesla and they will have a fully imported vehicle that is imported from China. So what happens to a Make in India? What happens to reducing the trade deficit with China? By imposing a heavy cost of duty, import duty, it is the people of the country who will be paying a higher amount of tax. So it's not creating employment opportunities for my country. It's not, taking forward the Make in India mission that the Prime Minister has been speaking about. It is not even reducing the trade deficit from coming via China. And those are my problems. So what was the chief minister doing inaugurating a dealer store? So tomorrow, let's say a brand which has not been introduced in India and has been long awaited by the consumer and the customers of India, would senior ministers go and launch those too?
Okay. But
so how does this function? So my only problem is that if you're talking about Make in India, let's commit these auto manufacturers to come and make in India, just like how we've done with Apple. So even if the argument is that Apple is merely assembling in India, but we've managed to create an entire ecosystem around mobile phone manufacturing. We have an entire thriving ecosystem of EV cars in India with Indian manufacturers. So to give them this kind of a status as if something really out of this world is coming which will benefit my nation, that is what I have a problem with.
But Priyanka, the government has its defense. It's saying, if Tesla actually wants to invest $500 million in India to produce Tesla here on Indian soil, then at least they need to test the market. And this is a way of testing the market. They are also saying this is hit and run politics. A store opening is just the first step. And Tesla will eventually invest in a manufacturing plant, whether in Maharashtra or anywhere else, they eventually will do it.
No, this is something that when we were in government, we were working towards. We were trying to create a policy which would get them to incentivize them to come and manufacture in my state. Right from, with incentives in terms of the land, etc., the ecosystem, a thriving ecosystem, a skilled labor set. We were doing everything. What made us create a custom duty, which is something that Tesla was speaking about for so many years, where they said, the cost of doing business in India is too high. So we created an EV policy about a year and a half ago, which suits the interest that they were seeking. Then we also laid down the red carpet for them to not look at manufacturing in India, yet import their vehicles. How many? Okay, so the other argument could be, listen, even BMW is selling an imported car. Let's say Mercedes is selling an imported EV. How many have a Prime Minister or the Chief Minister gone and inaugurated and called it as an innovation success? How are we adding to innovation in India with an imported vehicle coming onto the streets of Mumbai or all over the country? Point is just this is your ad. Let's say we are adding variety to the customer to choose what they want. But we are not adding any value in terms of research and development, in terms of innovation, in terms of manufacturing, in terms of making in India. That is my sole point. So why should we be even making this such a big deal that there's a manufacturer who's selling his imported car? He's coming as a businessman. He's dealing as a businessman.
Okay.
He is not creating employment opportunities for people of my nation. That is my limited point. I would speak in the interest of my country and in the interest of my state.
Okay.
That is my limited point.
Okay. No, it's a fair point. You can ask, why are we even bothering to celebrate a made in China car or made in China anything when we can easily make in India? I get the point you're making, but your own leader, Aditya Thackeray, welcomed Tesla to Mumbai. In fact, he in a way is claiming credit. He's saying, and he's on record to say, that had import duties not come in the way, his government, way back in 2021, would have got this Tesla showroom in Mumbai.
Absolutely, exactly what I made my point, that we were insisting that let them come and manufacture in India and let them get the tax benefits from India. Because the rest are paying a less amount of duties, while Tesla would be paying X amount of duty. But that was also, again, the government of India insisted that, okay, if it has to come to India, it will have to manufacture in India. Fine, we were working on that. But then when we discussed about importing from other countries, they refused to reduce the import duty, but they've done it now. So if the government of India had cooperated at that point in time, we would have probably had a manufacturing unit also. If not a manufacturing unit, an assembling unit in Pune, somewhere near Pune, somewhere near Chakan or Talegaon or somewhere. But we don't have that. So again, limited point is businessmen will come and do business in India. How are we safeguarding the interests of our nation? That somehow is missing in this entire particular level of interest that we've shown in Tesla. We are also showing with Starlink. The level of interest is way too high on as far as one particular businessman is concerned. I do not have a problem with Tesla. In fact, Tesla is a wonderful EV vehicle, and it's a wonderful opportunity for Indians to own a Tesla. But is it adding value to my country's economy? The debate is right there out in the open.
Okay.
So that was my limited point. So we were being promised that they will come and make in India. We will manufacture in India. That is why we are not allowing them to do business in India. India cannot just be used as a marketplace for people to come and do their business and make profits out of them. So again, that is also something you have to look at. The Tesla vehicles are not as sought after as they used to be perhaps 8 years ago, 10 years ago. The market share is falling down. There are various new vehicles that have come out. But again, we are getting it made in China and bringing it in India. If that suits your purpose, if you think that suits India's purpose, then I do not have much to argue on.
All right. I'm sure the BJP has a lot to argue and there are a lot of counter arguments to be made. Priyanka, we'll leave it there for the moment. Thank you very much. Sanju Verma is a BJP national spokesperson joining us on the broadcast. Chandrasekhar Jha is leader of the Shiva Sena, the UBT faction. Thank you very much. Tausif Ahmad Khan is a lawyer. He's a political analyst, will be representing the TMC. And Hormzad Sorabji is editor, Autocar India, joining us on the broadcast. Ladies and gentlemen, on the panel, this is going to be a 15-minute debate. Sanju Verma, I am going to start with you first. Essentially, the contention of the opposition is, why is a made in India, made in Maharashtra chief minister celebrating a made in China car? Make in India ko kya hua?
You know, Shreya, since Priyanka Chaturvedi gave a long bhashan, my nation, my country, let me just remind that for the 2.5 years that Uddhav Thackeray was the chief minister of Maharashtra, a state that I belong to and come from, every single infrastructure project was put on standby. Uddhav Thackeray did not even have the courtesy to visit Mantralaya. He was basically doing politics from the confines of his four walls inside his palatial bungalow. But be that as it may, let me come to the moot point. Mere kya din aa gaye hain? A gold medalist in economics has to contend what Priyanka Chaturvedi says. She does not know the difference from Aadhaar card and PAN card, GDP and GNP. Very recently on the floor of the parliament, she said 30% of 600 crores is 480 crore. So basic decimal arithmetic percentage, jis Priyanka Chaturvedi ko aati nahi hai, she is the last person who should be waxing eloquent on Tesla or otherwise. But let me say one thing, Make in India ko kya hua? So very quickly, Shreya, since this is a short debate, today under the aegis of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, we are the world's second largest steel producer. We are the world's third largest cement producer. We are the world's fourth largest automobile producer. We are the world's second largest smartphone market. We are the world's second largest tractor manufacturer. We are the world's third largest car producer. We are the world's third largest solar market. We are the world's fourth largest renewable energy producer. And Shreya, you know this better than anyone else since you cover defense, as one of your fortes. From BrahMos being produced indigenously to Akash being produced indigenously to the multi-battle rocket launcher Pinaka, which was produced indigenously, to the kamikaze sky striker drone
Okay.
produced indigenously by India. I think Make in India has been a resounding
Okay.
success. But very quickly on Tesla, just one point. One point which your audience
Sanju,
needs
we'll have to
know.
fix your audio. I'm afraid there's a bit of a problem with your audio. We'll have to fix it. I'll come back right to you. Let Chandrasekhar Jha till then just come in and counter what you're saying. Chandrasekhar Jha, is it necessary to, one understands that you're the opposition, but do you need to oppose everything that the government does? For the last 9 years, Tesla has been trying to come into India, right? They have been trying very hard. They have come into India despite the huge tariffs. I mean, if you're a car that is being taxed 100%, and yes, this is a tax that we Indian citizens are going to bear if we buy a made in India car, the fact is that, you know, fine, I understand that it is being taxed very heavily, etc. But the very fact that a big car manufacturer is coming into India with a showroom, what could be the problem with that? You know, you get a showroom first, then you get a factory. When you get a factory, you get investments, you get jobs. At least let them first test the market.
See, the first very big problem is that the manufacturing of this car is from China. And you have been left, right, giving certain kinds of assurances to China that will not buy from you. There is an anti-dumping duty which has been imposed, and that counts to around 200-300% on the China. So if you calculate that tax, this tax might be very below, but eventually you are giving an impression that we are acceptable for Chinese goods. First thing. Second thing is that with regard to the import of the car, I remember that the president of USA very clearly said that if Mr. Elon Musk will open a factory to manufacture the said car in India, then Elon Musk should remove the business from America. That was also a concern. Now, the third thing is that the Indian economic system, the 60-65 lakh car, who will own, that is a questionable thing. Because middle class is still stick to the Maruti Suzuki, and that too taxable 100 times. Because if you buy a car of 10 to 11 lakhs car, the tax amounts comes to around 20.
Chandrasekhar Jha, I don't understand your point. ये आप बहुत सारी चीजें एक साथ बोल रहे हैं. You're not making your point. What exactly is your problem? I am saying, you know, the government's contention is, and Sanju Verma's contention is, that while you question made in China cars coming into India, please remember that Tesla is owned by an American. Number one. Number two, Tesla is coming into India despite the high tariffs, despite an almost 100% tax that makes their car reach a prohibitive category. They are there despite that. Let them test the market.
See,
and once they are sure that their investments will actually bear fruit, probably, who knows, they could invest in India, open up a manufacturing facility.
The thing is that if you remember the Hyundai, which came to India around 2000, and they opened their manufacturing facility around 2009-10, and eventually this Korean company established their factory in Tamil Nadu. So eventually this will help the economy. But in this case, what the help of economy is driven by opening a showroom, it is a questionable thing.
No, okay. I don't understand the point you're trying to make. Anyhow, Tausif Ahmed Khan, would you want to come in here before I get Mr. Surabji in? Tausif, what exactly is the criticism? Because we've heard what Priyanka Chaturvedi has said. We've heard what Rijiju has said. But I don't understand the criticism. I don't understand what the leg of this criticism is. Are you criticizing the government just to criticize the government? Because you've seen a picture of Mr. Devendra Fadnavis in the Tesla and you're saying ये dealer showroom खोलने के लिए क्यों chief minister चला गया?
Shreya, the criticism is very clear. There is no doubt about it. The government does not have the upper hand in the negotiation with Tesla. Government did not get a good deal. Tesla is not the only foreign company selling their cars in India. We have so many other companies. And if we can ask those companies when they entered India to manufacture the cars here, why we could not get
Tesla to agree to this? What is the reason behind that? Is it because Elon Musk is
for the last
friends with
9 years, Tesla has been bargaining with the government of India on tariffs to say that tariffs come karo. The government of India has not reduced those tariffs. There's almost 100% tariff on cars that are being imported. So how can you blame the government of India, for not getting the right deal?
No. If government scores a point that, look, I have not reduced the tariff, but government has failed on the point that they have not agreed Tesla to manufacture cars in India. Moreover, just not more than about a month ago, what we saw, India under attack with Chinese help, and now we are allowing made in China cars come to India, and we are celebrating that. Obviously, this does not go well with the people of India. We expect our government to perform well. We don't expect our government to bow down to every demand of American or Chinese-backed Americans.
Okay. Shreya, am I audible?
Yeah, go ahead. My point is MG is also being sold in India and they don't have a factory here. BYD is also sold in India, but they don't have a factory here. Anyhow, and both of these are Chinese makers, by the way. Sanju, quickly go ahead.
Shreya, let's be very clear. The government has a policy that if there is any foreign car whose value is more than $35,000, then the import duty will be brought down from 110% to 15%, provided within a reasonable time frame. The American, or it could be Swedish, or it could be British car manufacturer can invest at least $500 million in local manufacturing facilities in India, and Tesla has been told as much. Currently, import duty on a Tesla car is 110% plus. Tomorrow, say 2 years down the line, if Tesla decides to scale up production, set up a wholesome facility in India, then the import duty will be down from 110% to 15%, as has happened with Skoda. It's happened with Volkswagen. It's happened with Hyundai, Honda, Toyota, Kia Motors. All these people initially paid high import duties between 80 to 120%. But today the duty is barely 20% or 15% because they've scaled up production. So I think Tesla will face competition from Tata Motors, Ola Electric, Mahindra Electric. It is in Tesla's interest to set up local manufacturing facility in India.
They are not doing it. For the moment, they are not doing it because the heavy industries minister in this country is on record to say that Mr. Musk, for the moment, is not investing in India. Mr. Sorabji, can I just quickly get you in? What do you make of this entire politics around Tesla, especially the make in China aspect?
Yeah. Well, look, I mean, just looking at it from a technical point of view, let's first talk about Tesla making in India. Originally, there was a plan to make in India, but that was based on a very small compact car called Project Redwood, which people say would have been called the Model 2. Now that project has been shelved for whatever reasons. Tesla has its own issues. It's not doing well.
Sure.
Right now, Tesla has no model that makes sense to be manufactured in India. Nothing. Not even the Model Y, not even Model 3. So to say that Tesla must come and manufacture in India, there is absolutely no business case. If it did, it would lose money. The way to come in is, first you import, then you have a local assembly, because these cars are very expensive. And Tesla's following what a lot of other manufacturers have done. The only thing is, let's face it, Tesla is the poster boy of the EV world. It's the Shah Rukh Khan of EVs. It's the Apple of EVs. So there's a lot of interest around it. And that's why even governments are chasing Tesla, be it the state or the center. And I can understand why. There's a lot of technology behind it. Elon Musk himself is a particular persona. So, there's this undue kind of frenzy around Tesla, which is actually just another car company. And the way it has entered this country is just like another car company, to be honest. So, it's paying the duties that any other import would do. It's set up a showroom like anyone, a small showroom, and, gotten in over there. So, I think, frankly, if you look at it, how many are they going to sell? They'll sell about 1,500 to 2,000 a year. Now, whether they should be given so much importance, I mean, that is debatable. One could say that, to get Tesla in, to kind of attract them to this market. They have to be met. They have to be negotiated with. But the point I'm trying to make is they don't have a model right now they can manufacture in India. That's the issue.
Okay. I think that's a fair point to make, that at this point of time, it simply doesn't make business sense for Tesla to manufacture in India, which is why they are not manufacturing in India, which is why we are importing the car from China. And here's my point, ladies and gentlemen. I'm afraid I have to wrap this debate, but here's my point. If any one of us has a problem with made in China products, and I do have a problem with made in China products, simply don't buy it. It's as simple as that. We leave it there for the moment. Mr. Sarabji, thank you very much. Sanju Verma, good to have you on the show. Thank you very much. Chandrasekhar Jha, thank you. And Tausif, thank you as well. On that note, a break. There's more on the other side.